Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, and we're letting it fly on Fridays. Where's my co-host? That is not where you come up. With Yowie. So, first off, before I even get started on episode 45, Let It Fly, we're gonna do this every time, huh? Everybody, this worked great before. I need everyone to channel their RC good feelings, and we need to shoot them out to 3D Man, aka Fred. We're with you, Fred. Sending out the vibes, sending out the good feelings, the healing power of RC. Let's get it out. Everybody, especially everyone from the comment sections, from our fabulous group of small channels. You should know 3D Man and Fred from all the comment sections. So let's send it out for him. So now I need to start off with a huge thank you to all my viewers, subscribers, commenters. The numbers are going up, and I appreciate it. The channel can't grow or can't be what it is now without you. So we're going to have a lot of shouts at the end, but I'm going to tell you, haters beware. This little fella, being a Traxxas, has a lot of love. Now I know some subscribers and commenters of the channel do have their own opinions, and that's fine. We are not going to fight about that, but I am going to bring up some further notations on the Nissan Pathfinder. And, my initial views in the video are dead on still. Some of the things I just knew, don't let everyone know, but, I know a thing or two about RC. I've seen a thing or two. When I started, Ready to Runs didn't exist. Ready to Runs in the early days, there was a lot better attention to detail because it was offered as an option that not a lot of people had. So the attention to detail was a lot bigger than it is now. Now I feel it's let's slam it together, get it out the door as quick as possible. And I'm going to admit, like I said in the first view video of the Traxxas TRX4 Pathfinder, something I have not seen in a big name RC car before was shocks that had a squirt of oil in them. This truck had two shocks that had barely a squirt of oil in them. Come on, Traxxas, do better. You know better. If you're going to charge Traxxas price, let's get Traxxas quality. This, it's not like it's got new shocks on it. So I took all four shocks. They're fiddly. I've never had to mess with any like I did with these. I actually had to pull out the kit from the long travel shocks from when I did my, is that going to be 3 years ago? The original High Trail that never got any kudos. Still butthurt Traxxas, and I'm still going to talk about it. That instructions were dead on for how much oil to put in it. They work perfect. These are the shorter ones, not quite the same, but it's still lined up. And it's really weird how little oil you put in them. But come on. You should have had the same instructions at the factory like I have with a booklet to put those in. What else? So I buckled down and I ordered them. I ordered the wheels and tires for this. It's going to be some Yokohama, I think that's Yokohama Geolanders, because I wanted more of a all-terrain truck tire and some rims that, while there's no rims on the market that even come close to the rims that came on this truck originally, the 1-to-1, but I got something I think's going to work. I had some leftover extended hubs, weighted hubs, that I put on it just because I had the tires off. Doing the shocks, I decided I was going to throw those on. So the stance is a little wider. I'm going to do something that I'm not going to tell you until it's done, but any of the retro 80s Pathfinders that are all solid colors, you could get a different one. And we're going that route. So I'm going to do a different bit of coloring on it. The wheels should be here on Monday. Fingers crossed. But way better. Took it out with the new shocks, the new oil in the shocks. Drives so much better. When I show it off with the paint job, I'm going to show you the back's still a little bit. I'm going to have to tweak on that some more. But I was working on tightening these up. And actually, I'm not going to show you the close-up yet, but for any of you you know what? I think I'm going to go the same route I did on the front with the back. I'm going to tell you, never having just two, this guy just front and rear, that's ridiculous. But luckily, it's a drifter. It's made to spin around in a circle. But we're going to tighten this one up some more because I want it not so rattly on the trail. So, with that, I guess that was the beginning of a coming up. So we're going to be slowly tinkering away at this guy, getting him ready. The weather is not cooperating so much. The had an inch of snow yesterday. Now it's all gone because it was pouring rain today. 45 degrees. Yeah, it's weird. So hopefully this weekend I got some getting ready for winter to get done, but this one I can get to work on my paint work. And now the Charisma finally, it now finally has new body post for the front with the broken one that came in the package. The company was not able to send me a new one because they didn't have any body post. Well, I'm going to be able to break body post on this, once a year for 10 years. Because not only did I get the one package I requested, but to make up for it, I got two. So that's finally going to come up. Some driving. We're going to talk about it on the bench. Finally, we will revisit the Maverick Quantum RX Flux. I'm hoping I put some new tires on it and cut out the fender wells a little bit. I'm hoping we're going to get some snow action. And with that, more new releases. So, we pretty much heat. I pretty much wrote off FMS because I was an affiliate, but they wouldn't send any trucks to me. Never got free stuff from them, but the stuff I bought, I couldn't get a whole truck. I could only get bits. So I got the bits I needed for the FCX10 that I had, the Blazer, which was a decent truck. But knowing they would not ship to me, I sold that to somebody who has now moved to Arizona and checked on it, and they can get parts shipped to them. So, boom, it lives in a place where they can get parts. But even with that being said, their new releases. So the FCX10 came out as a Blazer, came out as a Toyota LC90, two different versions of that. Pretty nice. Now they have blown it out of the water with the same prices they had before. Now they have three different Land Rover products. A Land Rover Discovery, a Land Rover, I don't know what the middle one is, and a Range Rover. Three Camel Trophy off-road vehicles all done up with all the bells and whistles. Hey, I know from experience the FCX10 is a good chassis. That is a good truck. And with this livery, that is enough to make me want to get back, buy something from them. But again, still, I gave them time, and still, a couple years later, they still won't ship to me. So, their ass out. I'll buy something else from every other manufacturer that sends to me. Axial. I had three SCX 24s. Too small, too old, didn't like working on them. So I got rid of them all. I gave one away in a giveaway and sold the other two. Well, now, I guess people must have been talking to Horizon Hobbies and said, we want something even smaller. So they released the SCX 30 now, or they are releasing. I'm sorry. That is just too small. But for those of you that might dig that sort of thing, there you go. You now have an option for something even smaller than the SCX 24. Well, this is for Ryan. For those of you that don't know, Traxxas Hobby makes some beautiful large-scale vehicles, beautifully detailed. They've got a Raptor. I think they have a Toyota LC90. Big scale stuff. Probably along the lines of the 7 scale Rollardos. But Ryan scolded me because I didn't mention that they have a new Ram 1500. Well, I didn't mention it because I didn't give two shits. It's a Dodge. I've owned one Dodge in my life, and I don't plan on owning another one, Ryan. A Ram? Why do I want an RC vehicle that's going to be broke down all the time? But it is incredibly detailed. So, if you guys want something that is I think it's officially licensed, because the Raptor was beautiful. I don't like Fords either, but the details on it, and I don't know a lot about it. I've watched the videos over in Tariffland, wherever it comes from, and it is, and that's the thing. I like detailed stuff, but all I do all day long is sell things that fix those trucks. So wasn't a big fan, and Traxxas Hobbies for the price is pretty nice. But there are logistical issues where I live. But, sorry Ryan, you know I'm just yanking your chain. Arma also released a couple of new small scales, 1/16s. The Quake Grom. I haven't gotten it. I've got a Notorious, a big one, and that's my thing. But these Groms, I've heard of them. So the Quake Grom is a pickup truck, and the Gorgon Grom is a SUV. So if that's something you've been waiting for, because I see they're starting to make a whole line of the 16s. So that's out. Also, another 2 in 2 weeks from Traxxas. And there's the X-Max. The ginormous, 8S super monster. $1,000 for that big thing. I've just never gotten into it. But like they say, good things come to those who wait. Now they have the X Monster, which strangely I reviewed it on Traxxas, and they show in the video a Chevy body, a Ford body, and a Bigfoot body in Ford. But their website only shows the Ford body and the Bigfoot body. I didn't see the Chevy, but a ginormous, recognizable pickup truck with monster truck tires. I'm going to tell you that thing, I mean, it's $1,000. I don't see that I'm going to drop the money and buy it. I'd rather get another 1/6 scale axial or another 7 scale Rolarlo over, that ginormous thing. But man, looks. When you take something that I don't particularly care about and make it look better, and I stop and look at it, you're doing your jobs. This is actually going to be possibly short. Ryan D, I haven't checked analyticals in a week or so. I don't know what the hype button does. So if you guys want to try an experiment this week and you watch any of my videos, hit the hype button and I'll try to find something in analyticals that it does. I don't know. I didn't get any kind of message that said this is what it does. Or if I did, I never saw it. I don't know. So yeah, I can't tell you anything about that. So if because of this video, you are new and you have liked and subscribed the channel, let me tell you a little bit about it. My name's Jerry. I live in Alaska. I like to drink and I like to curse, and that's what this particular segment of the channel is. Let It Fly is throw me comments during the week. All my videos in the description have my channel email where you can send me other messages. Jay Myers, I haven't forgot about you. And you humble me, sir. This is where we come to kind of have a conversation. Throw out your questions, I'll answer them. I try my best to get all my comments answered every week. I'm way behind right now because work got in the way. So last 2 weeks. But I am not sponsored. I do not have any affiliation with anyone who sends me anything for free. Everything I buy for me because I want it. I have a Rolarlo link because I bought a couple of their products and I really like it. So I get a kickback if you go to Rolarlo using my link in the description And I also have a merch store. Thank you, Jay. That you can get t-shirts and hoodies and stickers and what else? Coffee cups. But I also have stickers, my own stickers I made for the channel, which, if you're eagle-eyed, I may send you some. So, this is not a channel that caters to me making money, because I don't. This channel I created to interact with people, answer questions, help people out. And in this small world, I have gained some very good RC friends. And I am going to actually, next week's Let It Fly is going to include all of those friends. But off the top of my head, you've got RC Dungeon, you've got Toe Shifter, you've got Stay Small, you've got The Mind's Eye, you've got, I know I'm going to screw, you got Jay Myers. See, just can't do it off the top of my head, even though I talk to a lot of them on the down low. The channel email, that's to ask questions you may not want to ask on the channel. I appreciate comments over likes and subscribes. You know, I like that kind of stuff. But I prefer that we all have a conversation, that we talk. If you have a problem, and this is just a small segment, if you have a problem and I have the vehicle, I will make you a video that I can show you to help you along. That is why I started the channel. I will never BS you. I'm not pushing anything other than the hobby. So with that, let's get to the shout outs. I went back to old school because it seems that Doug got very uncomfortable with my internet and Googling and computer technology that I was whipping out here last week. So I don't want Doug being upset. So, and he's my little man crush on the internet. So I don't want to upset him. So we're moving back to paper and pen. Doug, I hope this is okay. So with this week's, and I know a lot of them are from this video, top quality F1 8216, NOS Fusion 87, RC Crazy, Chad Davis 513 RC, Frankie, it's good to see you back, bud. Haven't heard from you in a while. Thomas Blair, Jim 2948, you wish, sir, that you could get rid of me. I'm like a parasite or an STD. And Mr. Collins, you guys, I appreciate you joining the conversation in the comment section. I will get back and answer them all eventually, because it's Friday, so I may be a little lazy. But again, I appreciate every one of you. The channel can't be where it is. Thank you so much. And, you know, do the thing that people like to say at the beginning. I say it at the end. You know, like and subscribe. Hit the comment section. Go to Relarlo, get some deals. Go to the merch store. Buy some stuff if you want. Jay Meyer says the coffee cup's pretty nice. I still haven't bought any. I need to. And with that, I will talk to you on the next one.